Motivated by the Keen Rip Rush Limbaugh 4-shirt desire to promote European unification, they ignored the economics, or assumed that once the project got underway, the necessary rules for economic governance would somehow fall into place. There is truth in that. Delors, the then president of the European Commission, and other leaders, that moving towards economic and monetary union, EMU, was urgent. Any dispute arising from contractual relations between the institute and third parties shall be submitted to the tribunal, provided that its jurisdiction is expressly recognized by the parties in the contract giving rise to the dispute. The Keen Rip Rush Limbaugh 4-shirt tribunal consists of 3 full members and 1 substitute, chosen from outside the institute and preferably of different nationalities. They shall be elected for 5 years by the General Assembly. Any vacancy on the tribunal is filled by co-option. The tribunal arrives at its decisions, which shall be without appeal, by applying the provisions of the statute and of the regulations as well as the general principles. Keen Rip Rush Limbaugh 4-shirt, ladies' tee, long-sleeved, sweater and hoodie. Keen Rip Rush Limbaugh 4 ladies' tee, of law. It may also decide ex et bono when such power has been given to it by an agreement between the parties. The president of the tribunal considers that a dispute between the Keen Rip Rush Limbaugh 4-shirt institute and one of its officers or employees is of very limited importance. He or she may decide it or may entrust the decision to a single judge of the tribunal by adopting its own rules of procedure. It meant that not only does this media outlet not provide the editorial freedom to other journalists, as I had so hopefully envisioned 7 years ago, but now no longer even provides it to me. In the days heading into a presidential election, I am somehow silenced from expressing any views that random editors in New York find disagreeable, and now somehow have to conform my writing and reporting to cater to their partisan desires and eagerness to elect specific candidates. To say that such censorship is a red line for me, a situation I would never accept no matter the cost, is a Keen Rip Rush Limbaugh 4-shirt understatement. It is astonishing to me, but also a reflection of our current discourse and a liberal media environment, that I have been silenced about Joe Biden by my own media outlet. It was mostly watermelon, with just a few leaves and some raisins at the bottom. The feta was creamy rather than the usual blocky, crumbly stuff. Perhaps it was my expectations, but I wish there were more greens and cheese and less melon. Keen Rip Rush Limbaugh 4 long-sleeved. Next, I tried the goat cheese, jammin, and fig jam sandwich. 88 Czech korunas. This I liked very much. The high-quality crunchy roll was toasted. The few slices of ham looked like they came from a Keen Rip Rush Limbaugh 4-shirt package at Tesco, but tasted okay. There were some leaves. The round of goat cheese was smooth underneath. I decided to be ambitious and order something from the grill. The salmon was unavailable, so I went for the pork neck or provide. 148 Czech korunas. On the upside, it was thick and juicy and had some flavor from the grill. Some might like how lean it was, but it was tough and there was a lot of chewing. But, exactly, what do you anticipate with drunks? Drunken chit-chats are in all probability a source of a lot of sitcom situations. It is about a 15-year-old adolescent from South Canterbury who had been caught drunk driving around midnight. His booze volume was 529 micrograms per liter that were 350% over the youth limit. So police station he went for processing and he called his mother Keen Rip Rush Limbaugh 4-shirt to come to pick him up. The mom went over to collect her boy, but on the way, she was found drunk driving and blew 776 mcg, which is nearly half the adult limit of 400. So same police station she also proceeded to go for Keen Rip Rush Limbaugh 4 sweater. sweater processing, and she called her lover to come and get them. But guess what? The world was really playing tricks that evening, and the mother's partner was captured drunk. Driving on his way to Keen Rip Rush Limbaugh 4 shirt picked them up, and his alcohol consumption was 559 mcg. This is also about the trust of the citizens in the European Union's capacity to act, Spahn wrote. European citizens have told us they want a fast approval. But more importantly, they want a thorough evaluation of the benefits and the risks of the vaccine so that they can be confident it is safe, effective, and of high quality, Cook added. In recent weeks, hospitals across Germany have Keen Rip Rush Limbaugh 4 shirt repeatedly warned they are reaching their limits in caring for COVID-19 patients. On Monday, 4,552 COVID-19 patients were being treated in ICUs. Germany's Central Disease Control Center on Monday reported 16,362 new confirmed cases, about 4,000 more than a week before. President Frank-Walter Steinmeier appealed to Germans to support the new lockdown measures. Keen Rip Rush Limbaugh 4 hoodie. The virus still. Keen Rip Rush Limbaugh 4 shirt has a tight grip on us, Steinmeier said. The situation is bitterly serious. Thousands of death cases in 1 week and an infection scenario that threatens to spin out of control. Others urged people to avoid last-minute Christmas shopping or panic buying. I wish and I hope that people will only buy what they really need. Like groceries, Economy Minister Peter Altmaier said. In some states, including Saxony in eastern Germany and North Rhine-Westphalia in the west, schools are already closed or mandatory school attendance lifted so parents can keep their children home. Starting Wednesday, schools nationwide will be closed or will switch to homeschooling. Most non-food stores will be shuttered, as will businesses such as hairdressers. Restaurant takeout will still be permitted, but no Keen Rip Rush Limbaugh 4 shirt eating or drinking can take place on site. With the exception of Christmas, the number of people allowed to meet indoors will remain restricted to 5, not including children under 14. The sale of fireworks to celebrate New Year's will also be banned, as will public outdoor gatherings. On New Year's Eve, these felt like they connected with the vague steampunk air of the piece. Luckily, I had all the necessary letters to spell out time. I fussed a bit with their layout and ended up moving the M to make the curve of the word feel smoother. I also found a silver charm with the slogan, "Love Much," on one side and "Laugh Often" on the other. I originally put it in the empty left space under the other products.